Keep it real and be yourself. Let's get into this video. For today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can grow from any mistake that you made. Now, listen, everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are completely normal. And if they weren't normal, people wouldn't literally make a whole saying of, oh, you're human, you make mistakes, right? But you have to realize not to overlook a mistake, which is pretty much either getting too like fixated on it and being like, oh my God, I made the mistake. Oh, what do I do? What's the next step? And that's the whole thing. You don't necessarily have to understand a mistake just like that. It takes some time to think about it or give it a little bit more attention. Not every mistake is just like an instant you realize that you have a realization like, oh shoot, I made a mistake because X, Y, and Z. You don't get the solution every time just like that. You might have to ask somebody or again sit down, really realize why you made that mistake. But then some people don't even do that. They just make a mistake and just cruise through their life like, oh, I just made a mistake. Oh, that happens to everybody. They use that saying as a crutch. You don't want to use it as a crutch. And how I like to see it is look at your mistakes as puzzle pieces, right? If I'm trying to learn something, then I'm going to have to try and make a mistake. If you make a mistake, it's like trying to build a puzzle, right? Because mistakes are like puzzle pieces. You might not be able to see the whole picture with only one piece. That was hard as hell, but yo, oh my god, but you have to realize mistakes are like puzzle pieces. You might not be able to see the whole picture with only one. That's so okay, chill, chill, chill. But that's why you need more reps. Those reps give you more information and let you build the bigger picture of the puzzle piece. If you only make one mistake, you can only see you're limited, right? But if you make a bunch of mistakes, if you have a bunch of puzzle pieces, then you know what I'm saying, you got something to work with, right? I can be like, oh, and start connecting each one and start piecing it together, right? You know, you got me. You did. Um, whatever you want to reps. So if you want to grow in anything particularly, it doesn't really matter. You need reps and more reps and more reps. Why do you think athletes train as much as they do? If you don't want a job and you don't want to be homeless, boy, you need to get as many internships as possible. If you fail one, try again. If you fail two, try again. And then start learning, oh, this worked for this worked for that. Oh, connect the pieces and then improve. Athletes trying to piece together there, man. Cannot be shy to make a mistake. You cannot be shy to make a mistake. But one thing you have to realize is you cannot be shy, bro. You cannot, your shyness or any feeling cannot hold you back from making a mistake. You have to go in it full throttle. Now, it's okay to be nervous. We all get nervous on, bro. Like, I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous, but I'm nervous, though. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. But you just have to push through it. Like you have to understand that this nervousness or how I feel is not going to be the obstacle that keeps me away from growth. Yeah, yeah, well, don't let me go over your head. um, gaining insight, gain insight to help you. Gaining insight can help. Now, it's okay to learn from other people, right? Because other people might be ahead of you in whatever field that you're in. They might be older or they might be on the same level as you. But either way, they make mistakes too. Like, again, the same. We're all human, we all make mistakes. So you can learn from other people, but be careful who you take information or insight from. Um, because remember, if someone makes a mistake, that means they've gained experience from that mistake and they gain knowledge from that experience that they had, and then it leads to growth, right? So I make a mistake, then I learn from that mistake, get the experience, that connection in your brain. I remember, oh shoot, last time I built a puzzle, I separated it in corner pieces, line pieces, the edge of piece, you know what I'm saying? And then colors, like this is blue, this is red, this is yellow. Let me try and figure out what I'm trying to build, a car, a horse, or a barn, and then put it all together, right? I take that experience, so then when I attack another puzzle, I can use that same format, that same formula to help me, you know, build this other puzzle a little bit quicker. That's the whole growth, the knowledge from the experience, right? Um, yeah, I kind of just went off the rails. But if somebody else does not want the same level of growth or the same level of experience that you have, it can lead to like a little bit of an ego. No, cut that out, cut that out. You're making mistakes. Oh, so if you're learning from someone, be so when you learn from somebody, keep it open minded, right? Like realize like, okay, you grew like that, but trying to ask questions, be like, yo, like, what do you want? Because if I want to go pro in whatever I want, or because if I want to be really, really, really good, like be the best, so I can get, you know what I'm saying, the statistics that I want in whatever field that I'm trying to grow in, and this person's just doing it for fun, then we're not aiming for the same level. Like I can take certain things from you, but I'm not gonna look through your growth, you know. I'm not gonna look through your manual of learning and growth and experience and be, wow, you put it all in different no, I'm gonna learn different things. Like I'm gonna look at it with higher detail and higher attention, because where I want to go takes another level of effort, time, commitment, and focus to get to. So I might use you as like a crutch, like take a little pieces from what I lack and what I don't know, but I'm not gonna look at your manual and be in awe and be in shock. But you have to be open minded, because you can grow from anybody, really and truly, as long as you're willing to learn and willing to grow. You have to realize what situations can have your time, take your time and attention, and what situations can't. What situations you should just be like, I already know this, I appreciate it. But if you already know it, that's the time to connect and be like, oh, I did A, B, and C. We both like, you know what I'm saying? We both kind of on the same level of experience. But then he tells you something that you didn't even know. And like, okay, hey, let me get it. Okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? Start writing little details down. Now you improving, and you thought you knew all the answers. Goofy, see? That's why your ego push that to the side for a second and just take these combos and learn them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You might not know everything. Well, before. So that's why I would say mostly get your experience up. Like you gotta fail before you blindly apply somebody else's knowledge on something, because they've had the opportunity to fail. You need to have that same opportunity. Don't just blindly do what they say, because at the end of the day now you're just a puppet. You dang are too scared to do it off of what you already know. And if you don't know nothing, bro, just put trust in yourself and go into it blind, and take what they say into consideration if you can connect it to whatever thing is thrown at you. Like if you're struggling with the puzzle pieces and you realize, okay, he did say use the colors. Now you use that to start helping you out, right? But see where you can go off first, right? Try and learn how to fly by yourself and take instructions, or take heed and take help from the ones that, will offer that said help. Uh, Different goals, trying to make sense, fun. As long as you're putting in effort and as long as you're trying, because if you stop trying, then you will stop growing. Be willing to make those mistakes because then you'll grow. And the more mistakes you make, the more opportunity to grow, right? Now, mistakes don't equal growth. You still have to learn and dissect and understand so you can take the real importance of that mistake. But if but once you're able to do that, then growth is just it's just about time. And it's just about the effort that you put into it and how much and how badly you want it. But never stop trying and don't be afraid to try again. So, that being said, remember, don't just be, stay optimistic. Have a great day. Peace.